Yo, good morning, fam. Welcome back to the channel. I'm TYT, and you're in TYT's garage, man. So, I'm about to go ahead and throw this engine into the Dodge. You know, it's going to be basically mostly GoPro footage. This camera's kind of dead, so let's get it. Let's go, y'all. Let's go ahead and get this engine in the car. It's been a long time. Like, I should have been done with this. Garage fam. Man, the last time I filmed for this or recorded for this channel, man, I didn't even have the engine in the car, guys. I didn't have the engine in the car, but now that I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking of many alternatives I could have used to rectify my camera not being charged and stuff, so I couldn't record because this camera was dead. My GoPro was dead because I was just gonna use the GoPro. But it's like 5:47 right now, y'all. And let me show y'all where I'm at. So I have the engine in the car, guys. Basically, all I've done was put it on the hoist, put it in the car, took the alternator off of the old one. But I just put the engine mount on. So that mount is on, and my issue is kind of the same issue I always have, like when I change the transmission on here. It's not seated, so I got it in there, and I thought, because like as you can see, I got this seat belt on here, and I had it tied to the harness. Tied to the engine mount, bracket, and as you can see, the engine mount and everything's already hooked up, so it's all hooked up, but I still have the seat belt hooked to the thing. So I'm gonna get my hoist back up and everything, and the cherry picker. I'm gonna get it all put back together and everything, and then I'm gonna just lift it up. And you're gonna have to shake it, baby. It's easier to do it that way and get it than trying to use the jacks. And I'm messing up my oil pan because I don't have no wood blocks, no kind of wood. Well, I got like some 2x4s, but they're long as hell, you know what I mean? So I don't know if that would even help me. It'd be more of a struggle trying to use it, is what I'm saying. But anyway, so the engine and transmission is not seated. It's not seated. So I have to get that all squared away, and we'll be back in the game, y'all. Now, I'm not a professional mechanic or nothing like that. This is that is the second engine that was in the car. This is the second swap. So the first time I had one of my buddies do it, and he did it fast. He did it with like 3 hours, the whole swap, like within like 3 hours. But this is what he do. That's what he does. But yeah, I'm gonna get the hoist out on them. I think it'll make it easier, because when I put the transmission in there, I couldn't like move the transmission, to get it to line up with the dowel pins. But once I get those dowel pins all, it's one on each side, I know you can see that dowel pin down in there, but once I get those in the right place, it just goes right together. Cause I got mad when it did it so easy, like when I struggled with the transmission. And that's the second transmission I put in there, because the first one, it works. I still have it in the shed, but you know, transmissions and all that stuff online was way cheaper, because that was before 2020. And what happened was, the transmission went out in the car. I swapped the transmission, and then I go to drive, and it was in limp mode. So, you know, I had to go to the dealership and pay $300 for them to plug it up to the machine and flash it. I mean, basically clear the code. And here we go. But I thought that transmission was bad, because when it went into limp mode, and I swapped the one that's in my shed for the one that's in here now. I didn't even have to do all that. All I had to do in the first place, I could have saved myself another $150, and I could have went. I think it was $150 for that transmission. But anyway, that's the story. But it was difficult, you know, trying to get those pins to line up. I forced it one time, you know, I was screwing the screws in and stuff, and I cracked the engine but good thing it wasn't like, you know, me cracking it wasn't gonna make it leak oil or nothing like that where I cracked it. But you can't force it like that. You just gotta let it seat. It just, like the guy that originally swapped it last time, you know, he kind of because I was talking to him about something, he was like, yeah, you know, like it's when it goes together, it just whoop. He made some type of sound. It was like you would hear it, just like, and it goes together. And that's basically what it did after, you know, struggling to get that one to line, to get the transmission to line up. But anyway, man, I'm just gibbering and jabbering, don't know what's happening. But this engine is donezo, man. Like, it's done. I was gonna take the seatbelt off, but I'm glad I didn't, because I need to just go ahead and throw it in the car and take it to the junkyard. That'll be a good thing to do in the morning. Take this old engine to the junkyard. But I don't know if I want to do that, because I have this one, and then I have the original engine over on the other side of the garage. Here. Dip, baby, dip. Right there. It's right there. Right there. But the reason I'm going through all this is because I want to build the engine, you know, because these engines, they only last 150,000 miles. And then after that, any more miles that you have after that on this engine, it's like you're lucky type thing. Because I don't like the way it's leaning. Because the first engine that I had in there, it ran fine. It ran fine, guys. And then, but I wasn't taking care of it. I wasn't changing the oil regularly. And I thought that was the reason why, it started. But then this one, I babied it. I changed the oil all the time, very often. I probably could have changed it more, but, but I stayed on top of the service. And it's still 150,000 miles. It just started knocking like one day. I start, you can hear like a little tick, like type sound, like when you're driving. And that's how I can tell a lot of times when the oil is low, from experience, because the truck, man, I don't know what, but it burns oil. It burns oil. Like if you drive it for so long, you better check that oil, because it probably ain't gonna be no oil in there. And I could, a lot of the times I could tell, because you can hear it doing that ticking sound. So I went through that with the truck, man. But I just wanted to show y'all the progress that I was having in the garage. I know it seems like a slow process, but I'm doing this by myself. My only off days is on Mondays, and it's 5:57, guys, and it's just now starting to cool off for today. So it's either early morning work or after 7, then it starts to get dark and stuff. So you don't really get much time to do it, because like it's September and it was still 110 degrees today. It was still 110 degrees. My fault, y'all. I'm really just trying to get used to doing this type of video, and I kind of want to engage with you guys and kind of build a community, of DIYers, people just out in the garage tinkering around. I ain't no professional, and I really, I'm not trying to be like any other garage like channel, because I very well could do my video. Well, dudes editing and stuff is kind of cold, but like Fix It Angel, man, like he's a professional though. He's a professional. Like he went to school for it and everything, but I learned a lot from that guy. But that's kind of like, the type of thing that, I want to do while I'm out in the garage. It's just this little simple stuff. Now I know that swapping engines and transmissions and stuff like that isn't simple, but to people that, tinker around, and when I first, on my Acura, I first did the engine, swapped the engine in that one because people were faking me out, and I got up enough nerves, like, okay, forget it, I'm gonna do it myself. And did my due diligence, went to YouTube University, and kind of just studied it up, and man, I ended up doing it myself. And ever since then, man, like all this car stuff, like for the most part, it's pretty simple. And like, yeah, like a lot of stuff, if you go to school and learn it, you're basically taught on different stuff. So, but oh man, but my point is that I just was like, man, one day I was just like, man, I'm gonna do it myself. Forget it. I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna do it. And I tried it, and now, like my uncle, I was at my aunt's retirement party. He was like, man, you changed the transmissions and stuff. He was like, you a bad man. And it felt kind of good. It's just like, man, because a lot of people, they think that, working on cars is like so hard. But, I grew up working on bikes as a kid and stuff like that. So, all the technical stuff, like you can learn that at school. But for the most part, those guys that did go to school, they were just like me before they went to school, like as teenagers and, young adults. But that's the engine swap update. That's the transmission from my Acura, and I don't know what I want to do. I don't know because I got a deposit or something, on the engine, so I don't know if I want to go and just get that back, or if I really want to try to build an engine, because I know that I'm not confident of how high man, that dog never makes a sound. He just sits there chill. But the kids, you know, got them riled up. Must have scared them or something. But anyway, it was looking like the dog, like, you know, snapped on one of the kids, but he didn't like bite him or anything. That's good, but he's like, man, I just want to go lay down now. But I guess I'm thinking I'm on my regular vlog, y'all. But that's the update. Hope y'all liked the video. If you did, just leave me a like and subscribe to the channel. Show your boy some love. But I'm Audi 5000, y'all. TYT Garage.